TRN News.
A teacher at Nashville's Hunters Lane High School is being identified as the woman who was killed in a murder-suicide this past weekend. Officials say Anna Pierce was a biology teacher and tennis coach at the school over the last 7 years. Metro Police believe Anna's husband, Stephen Pierce, shot her to death at their West End condo Sunday before taking his own life. Investigators say the couple was arguing over financial problems and a possible divorce prior to the shooting. Two former Memphis cops convicted federally in a trial related to Tyree Nichols' death will have to wait to learn their fates. Tadarius Bean and Justin Smith were supposed to be sentenced in federal court yesterday, while Demetrius Haley was set for sentencing today. Judge Mark Norris recused himself from the case late last week, resulting in a delay. A status hearing will be held this Friday instead. I'm Scott Hooper.
Number one for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Wow, that sounds beautiful.
Dad, I'm performing at school Thursday night. You're coming, right?
Of course.
Promise? Do you pinky promise?
Yes, I promise.
You promise to love your children and be there for them. It's very important that you get a blood test for hepatitis B so you can take care of yourself and protect your family. Hepatitis B is common among Asian Americans. If you and your parents were born in Asia, you may be at increased risk for hepatitis B.
And I promise, I will get a blood test for hepatitis B.
Loving your family starts with caring for yourself. Talk to your doctor about getting tested today.
My daughter's the best.
This message is brought to you by the CDC.
A middle school teacher in Jasper is in hot water for allegedly mishandling fundraiser money. Tennessee Comptroller of the Treasury officials say the incidents took place over a stretch of several months in 2024. The Jasper middle school teacher is accused of holding unapproved fundraisers and not properly documenting the money raised. Tennessee State University is raising tuition prices amid a $39 million budget shortfall. TSU's Board of Trustees approved a 6% tuition and mandatory fee increase for the 2025-26 academic year. Despite that, TSU remains the most affordable public university in Tennessee. And a Salvadoran migrant who was wrongfully deported earlier this year is pleading not guilty to federal human trafficking and conspiracy charges. Kilmer Abergo Garcia was arraigned on Friday in a federal courtroom in Nashville. He's accused of making more than 100 trips from Texas to other parts of the country, transporting migrants in exchange for money. I'm Scott Hooper, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The DeKalb County Jail Committee has voted to recommend building any future jail complex on a site other than the current location in the downtown area. WJLE Smithville reports that some committee members based their decision this week on cost estimates recently provided by architects. Those estimates showed an $8 to $9 million price increase for constructing a new jail downtown versus one at a new site. The full county commission may take up the recommendation when they meet next week. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office has arrested a Nashville man listed on the sex offender registry. Deputies allege 36-year-old Marcus Allen Boyd Hansen violated his supervised release by spending several nights in Monterey. Officials said Hansen has had multiple child sex offenses and that he stayed in a home in Monterey where children were present. Tennessee has joined a number of states and U.S. territories in signing on to a $7.4 billion settlement with Purdue Pharma. The volunteer state expected to receive more than $90 million from the settlement over the next 15 years. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Off and on scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely once again today. A few storms could be strong with gusty winds and torrential downpours. Highs will top out in the mid-80s. Thunderstorms will continue to be possible this evening and into the overnight hours with lows falling to around 70. Thursday is shaping up to be our last day of scattered storms, at least for a little while. Highs to be around 80. Friday begins a dry and sunny spell that will carry us through the weekend. Highs will climb into the upper 80s. True summertime heat will settle in for Saturday and Sunday with highs climbing into the lower 90s for most areas. Locations along the plateau will be in the upper 80s. Be sure following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila, and we're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:07. Today is Wednesday. It's the 18th of June.
Partly cloudy today, a high in the mid-80s. We got 70 already.
Is there more rain today?
About 8 or 9. We might see some more.
8 or 9 tonight or this morning?
No, this morning.
Oh, okay. All right. A few things you need to know. This is cool. Bryant Charlton, he's a graduate of Monterey High School. He was one of the soldiers in the Army that got to march in the parade, the 250th birthday of the Army parade in Washington, D.C. So one of our own Upper Cumberlandians.
For Cumberlandians?
I don't know what we're called. I don't know what the term is for that. But anyway, congratulations to Bryant Charlton. He married Elizabeth, who also went to Monterey High School.
Wow,
so congratulations to those guys.
Yeah, congratulations. Well, you can celebrate the longest day of the year by joining Wonderfil's first annual summer solstice hobby swap. And that's coming up.
A mouthful.
It was. That's coming up this Saturday. You can bring items to trade and leave with new ones.
Oh, okay.
That sounds really cool.
I love that. The old barter system.
Yeah.
Still in play. Cookeville's largest yard sale's coming up August 23rd from 10 to 4. That's going to be at the old fairgrounds. If you want more information about that, you can call 931-357-7697.
Well, tomorrow, we told you about Dogwood Performance Pavilion is going to have a live artist.
Yeah.
It will be Carrie Schneider. And that's Third Thursday's live free concert in the park at Dogwood Park.
Oh, my.
Opening act, too, Ben Delacour.
Ooh.
Ben Delacour.
That's fancy.
So Third Thursday's live at
Must
Dogwood
be French.
Park. I don't know.
Or Italian, maybe.
Maybe. Starts at 7:30, by the way.
This weekend, this is from the National Weather Service, we're looking at heat indexes over 100 this weekend.
Oh, my.
So just go ahead and make plans
Whoa. Is that this coming weekend?
This Saturday and Sunday. Summer's here. It's here. Well, isn't the first day of summer the 20th anyway?
Let me see. You're right.
Yeah.
That's Friday.
So
they're like, summer's like, oh, it's my turn?
Right. So summer's going to come Friday, then Saturday and Sunday it's going to show out.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Summer's here.
It must be kin to you. Oh, it's my time?
Why would you say that?
Because you like to show out when it's your turn.
When it's my turn, yeah. I wait my turn.
Well, so did Summer.
Yeah.
History hikes going on. Cookeville Museum and Cookeville History Museum explore downtown Cookeville's rich history with a hike between both museums on Broad Street the second Saturday of each month. It's going on now through October, and it starts at 10:30 and goes all the way through 2:30 in the afternoon. And you can be entered in a prize drawing if you complete all the, I guess, stops.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Juneteenth, so a lot of state and local government offices will be closed. A lot of banks will be closed. Also, the Putnam County Library is going to be closed tomorrow as well for Juneteenth. Just a heads up there.
And that's all I have on things you need to know.
Dotson Branch Fire Department's raising some money. They got some smoked meats, Boston butt, turkey breast, pork loin, smoked bologna.
All of that sounds
Smoked
great.
bologna, they've got it for $25. Ready to pick up on June 28th, but you got to order it. Call Derek Woolbright at 931-644-9690, or any Dotson Branch Fire Department member can help you order that. Also at the Putnam County Library, they're doing a seed sharing program. So if you put out your garden and you got some extra seeds left over, or you got a plant that you let it grow and go to seed, and you want to give to the sharing program, you can drop them off at the library. They'll put them in an envelope for you. They just basically need to know what the seeds are.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I do too. I like that. Also, Vol State, their Cookeville campus, is hosting a free summer camp June 23rd through 26th. They will explore the exciting fields of IT and mechatronics. Lunch will be provided.
Mechatronics.
I'm practically an IT guy.
Are you now?
Yeah, because the IT guy, very first thing they say when you have a problem, what do they ask you?
Have you turned it off and turned it back on?
And how many times does that fix your problem? Almost every. You can get it at volstate.edu. It's the STEAM Summer Camp.
All right. Well, it's time coming up next for Not Things You Need to Know. Your 2 cents.
There you go, Sheila.
We'll get it right. Your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. They are such good folks over there. Your guns and ammo store, along with the best little pawn shop around. So if the question is, if you were to binge watch a show from the 70s or 80s, which ones would you choose? Well, which one would you choose?
70s or 80s?
70s or 80s, binge watch a show, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of good shows back in the day.
Yeah.
I guess the last one I watched from the 70s that I binged watched from the 70s was MASH.
I'd probably binge watch Little House on the Prairie.
I've done that too, Little House on the Prairie.
Or the Waltons.
I've done that too, the Waltons.
I never get sick of that.
No, I can watch that just about any time. Yeah. It's kind of like The Office.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, not in that they're the same type of show.
No, but
that
you never get sick of it.
You can turn it on anytime.
Yeah.
And even if you've seen it before.
Right. Even if you're starting in the middle of season 5 or something. You can still keep up with it and it's fine.
70s and 80s. All right. My guess is no one will say Mr. Belvedere.
I know you love that show.
No one ever says Mr. Belvedere. They never put it on reruns. It's not on any of the streaming services.
You think they just forgotten about Mr. Belvedere?
Another show that's not on any of that you can't find?
What?
Perfect Strangers.
Huh.
I'd watch Perfect Strangers. That Balky.
I would too. That old Balky.
That Balky was funny now, I tell you. Coming up, we'll get into what you're saying. You can find that question on our Facebook page. You can find it at Good Morning Cookeville or Jason and Sheila. We appreciate you all watching this morning. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or Hub Plus on channel 192 on cable or on the Roku app, we thank you so much for participating in our Hub Plus Good Morning Cookeville here this morning. It's Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Jason and Sheila here. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:17 now.
Our guest this morning will be Corey Watson. He is a Marine and Army vet, and he's going to talk about Cross the Divide, something he's doing for the veterans. And then Rachel Wingo, Cultural Arts Supervisor or Superintendent for CPAC. And then Chad McDonald's going to be with her, too. He's the former superintendent, and we'll find out what he's doing now.
Oh, the current and former.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that would be great.
Yeah, it will be neat. That'll be fun.
Conversation with them.
Yeah. Your 2 cents. It's brought to you by Freedom Pawn, located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. Sheila's got a question for you today.
If you were to binge watch a show from the 70s and 80s, what would it be?
Wait, 70s and 80s?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that earlier, and you repeated it.
I thought you said 70s or 80s.
70s or 80s. What difference is that?
Well, and you'd get to pick two.
No, you pick one.
Or would be pick one.
Or 70s or 80s.
Right.
You're so technical.
Well, I just want to make sure. I don't want people.
I put or up there, see?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought.
Okay. I said Little House on the Prairie. You said Mr. Belvedere and
Perfect Strangers.
Perfect Strangers, which is a good one.
You know, here's another one that they don't have on streaming. That's a great show. WKRP. Can't find WKRP.
Oh, we've got a few WKRPs
anywhere.
here.
Yeah, but you can't find. You can see some episodes on YouTube, but
Charles said WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, great show.
Scott, you're right. Hee haw. Can you find it?
Yeah, but I don't think I'd binge watch Hee Haw.
I would for a little bit.
I'll
see the singers on there and stuff.
Yeah,
and you like Hee Haw Honeys?
Well, there's some. You can see a good amount of clips on YouTube from Hee Haw.
You just want to watch the clips. What clips are you watching? Are you watching Hee Haw Honeys, or are you watching the singers?
I watched the Hee Haw Honeys, and then the Cornfield.
You said Honey's cute. Hee Haw Honeys.
So I watched that and the Cornfield.
The Cornfield.
Yeah.
Because that has their stars in that.
It's got the jokes, too. Nah, 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 nah. That's the best part of Hee Haw right there.
I do love that little song. It gets you in your head, doesn't it?
Every time.
So crazy. Johnny Ferguson said MASH.
MASH is just a great show.
Golden Girls are designing women.
Cheers is a good one, too, from back in the day.
That's right. Sarah said that. Russell said the Rockford Files.
You know, what's great about some of those shows from the 70s or 80s,
Their cars and the theme songs.
no, they still hold up.
Rockford Files really do.
The only thing that's weird when you're watching some of these older shows is that, it's still back when America was America.
Yeah.
You could smoke anywhere you wanted to.
We have been so conditioned
Right.
now, and then when you see it, like you're like, oh.
Yeah, like when someone's sitting at their desk smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Or like Mad Men, they were having a drink in the middle of the day, and we're like, whoa.
Wait, what happened here?
People did that? Why
Yeah,
are
what
we
happened?
like this now?
Yeah. I know some of you ladies wouldn't like to go back to the Mad Men generation, but as a guy watching, you're kind of like,
Oh, that's when women acted right? Is that what you're saying? You could smack us on the derriere?
no, that's not what I meant.
That's what it is.
That's not what I meant, though.
Mm-hmm. It is, y'all. I'm picking on you.
It's not.
I'm picking on you. Dukes of Hazzard is what Susan said.
Ooh,
And
good
Happy
one.
Days,
Happy-
Robinson.
Oh, good one. Happy
Happy
Days.
Days. I could totally binge watch that.
Yeah.
You know, I know Richie Cunningham was good and we like him, but the Fonz, come on now.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a cool character?
Absolutely. Every little boy wanted to be the Fonz, man.
Do you know Henry Winkler? He's got a son that looks so much like him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
Looks a lot
funny
like
to
him.
to see Henry Winkler still do like Henry Winkler in Waterboy.
Yeah.
It was funny watching Fonzie be.
Well, he's like in Barry too, which is
Yeah.
on HBO, and he was like acting teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but so different than the Fonz. And then it makes you realize just how great he was as the Fonz.
Oh yeah,
You know, Christy said All in the Family.
hadn't seen that in a long time. I'm not even sure. I don't even know where it's streaming at. It may not.
Tubi.
Oh, I think you're right.
Look, if it's old shows, ask me about it because Tim probably watches them.
Okay.
He was binging All in the Family the other night,
Was
and then
he?
I was like, All in the Family, come on, I want to see what's on. Then I got to laughing, then I didn't
Right.
want him to turn
'Cause
it.
it still holds up.
It really does. It's
Yeah.
funny. David said Cheers, MASH. There's another All in the Family. Oh, here's one. Mark said Sanford and Son.
Yeah, me and Donna were watching some Sanford and Son the other night.
Yeah, it still holds up.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's still funny. Michael said the only show worth binging, Magnum PI.
Did that, watched, gosh, that's been several years ago. You know what? I think it's when I first got my Roku, which was probably a decade ago. I watched all the old Magnum PIs.
You think it holds up?
Yeah, it does. Again, but it's one of those things that, so you watch some of those older detective type shows, and if there had been cell phones, it would have been a 10-minute show.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But because there's not cell phones, it's 30 minutes to an hour.
You got to really, they had to work hard back in the day.
Yeah.
Here's Connie said Waltons and Little House, which is what I said. Toby said Waltons, and Karen said Little House and Magnum PI.
I wonder what it is about Waltons and Little House. Is it just because it was a simpler time and
everybody sits down to eat together.
you think that, do we all secretly long for that?
Yeah, because that's when I call them my granny and pa. That's when they would come over and they'd eat with us, or we'd go eat with them. And it was like, that's when all the family come together at the end of the day and made everything better.
That's just funny, because there's not a show like either one of those two out that's new right now. You couldn't find it.
No.
And Lord have mercy if they tried to remake them.
They're trying to remake Little House. Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know that.
They're trying to remake Little House. Let's see, I follow Melissa Gilbert on the Instagram, and she is a big part of that, and really promotes the girl that's going to play her. So it's not streaming yet, but they're in the process of making that show.
All right.
And she said it still holds up today because really they usually had a problem in the show, then they would solve it, and then it would be just a family, together as one. And that's what everybody wants nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a good one. Starsky and Hutch. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Starsky and Hutch with Ben Stiller in it?
No.
Yeah.
Wait. I did.
Yeah, it's not great.
Did it have the blonde guy?
Yeah, it did, but I can't think of his name right now.
Comedian. I'll think, and I'll yell it out, when I've gone on.
Yeah.
BJ and the Bear. Bill said, I don't think I've seen that streaming anywhere.
I haven't.
But I liked that show a lot.
I haven't even thought of that show in years.
I had a crush on old BJ, and then he had that little monkey traveling with a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a chimp?
I don't know, Sheila.
Do you not remember that show?
I remember it. Yeah. I know what kind of monkey.
What happened to old BJ, the dude that played him?
I don't know what kind of monkey it was.
I think it was a chimp. But now I
You
feel
and Donna
different.
both do that to me. You
What?
ask me questions and expect me to know the answer to everything.
A lot of times you do.
And then I'll say, I don't know. Then you'll ask the question again. Like, if you ask it again another way, I'm suddenly going to know it.
Whew. A little bit saucy today, aren't we?
No, I mean, I just
You know you love us both.
I do, but it's just, I don't get it.
Let me rephrase it and see if you have an answer.
Yeah. Well, that was the same question you just asked that I didn't know.
Is it a woman thing, you think?
I think so.
Joe said Gilligan's Island. And John said, now I saw a clip of this show the other day, and I was really wanting to see it again.
What?
Dallas. Who shot JR?
Yeah.
That's what he said. John said, and I love his name, John Bill. He said, Dallas, who shot JR?
Yeah.
But JR and Sue Ellen had a clip, and I don't know what I was watching, but it came on. And I thought, that show was really good. Owen Wilson, that's who it was. I was thinking of Starsky and Hutch. Thanks, Russell. Told you I'd yell it out.
Yeah.
But it didn't just come to me. Somebody told me.
Right.
Okay, I'm done now.
See, Russell knew.
Russell knew.
Russell knew your question.
Or he looked it up for me.
He knew the answer. Yeah, he Googled it for you at least.
Yeah, he probably knew it.
Today is Go Fishing Day. So you could go out and go fishing.
I was thinking, is it free fishing day? But that was with Fishing with the
That
Mission.
was June 6th, I believe, was the date on that. Or 7th, whatever day we did Fishing with the Mission.
Yeah.
It's International Picnic Day today. I don't know if today's your day.
I don't know either.
I don't know if this week's your week, really. You can postpone that International Picnic Day.
You can have a picnic anytime you want, except in the rain.
International Sushi Day today as well.
I'd like to have some sushi later.
And today is also National Cherry Tart Day. Now, I thought that was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Somebody must have done it wrong, or either they got 2 days.
Well, maybe it was International Cherry Tart Day yesterday and National.
It said national yesterday. We got a repeat on the day.
Yeah. Coming up tomorrow at 10, they are announcing who the new athletic director is at Tennessee Tech.
Oh.
It's not Sheila.
No.
It's not me.
They'd worry if it was me.
It's not either one of us. So, but we'll be carrying the press conference live here on Hub Plus, so you'll be able to watch that and find out who the new athletic director is. They're saying it's a big deal. That the guy we're getting is a home run hitter.
All right.
So I hope so.
I hope so too.
And from the press release yesterday, it sounds like this guy probably knows what he's doing. And it was a big national search, and they hired a search firm to go find this guy. So we'll find out who that is together Thursday at around 10 o'clock. And you can watch on Hub Plus. You can see it on YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff too, if you're interested in that. So that's coming up tomorrow at 10 here on Hub Plus. Tennessee Tech's new athletic director. Who will it be?
Who?
It's not Philip Gibbons. I asked him yesterday.
He may have been in the running though.
He's still going to be the voice, but he's not going to be the athletic director.
Okay. All right.
So we have that. We know that for sure.
Well, we don't want them to take him away from us.
No.
So.
No. Mm-mm. I'd understand though that if he wanted to do it,
I would still support him if he chose
probably
to.
more money than he's making.
Probably.
So I mean, I'd be like, way to go, Philip.
Yeah. I mean, you can't blame him if he chose it.
Coming up, we've got spoiler alert for you. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. That's on the way, so stick around. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. and brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnofCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Reports. The Florida Panthers repeated as Stanley Cup champions last night, beating the Edmonton Oilers in Game 6 5-1. Sam Reinhart scored 4 goals for the Panthers. Sam Bennett won playoff MVP for scoring 15 goals throughout. The Panthers have now been in 3 straight finals and won the last 2, each against the Oilers. The Men's College World Series semifinals are set as Coastal Carolina will play Louisville and Arkansas will battle LSU. LSU made their way through the winner's bracket and beat UCLA yesterday 9-5. Arkansas then beat UCLA in the elimination game 7-3. In the other elimination game, Louisville beat Oregon State 7-6. LSU and Coastal Carolina will have 2 chances to get into the championship, while Louisville and Arkansas would have to win twice to make the final. ESPN reported yesterday that Tyrese Halliburton suffered a calf strain in the Pacers' Game 5 loss to the Thunder on Monday. Halliburton will have an MRI on the injury to see the severity. Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Pacers and Thunder is tomorrow night in Indianapolis, with the Thunder leading the series 3-2. In the MLB last night, the Reds beat the Twins 6-5. Braves beat the Mets in extra innings 5-4. The Marlins beat the Phillies 8-3, and the Cardinals beat the White Sox 12-2. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila, and we're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:34. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
Elevate Real Estate. Thought I'd sing to y'all this morning. Elevate. Thank you. A high today around 84.
Steamy.
Oh, steamy and muggy. That's how it's been the last couple of days.
Yeah.
It's the rain mixed with a little bit of sun.
And, man, those downpours yesterday, I got caught out in it, soaked.
I mean, and it was like, it was sunny, and then all of a sudden, it's like,
It wasn't.
Tim and I were out and about, and then it's just like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
How was it?
Whoa.
Whoa, yeah.
Like, boy, that hit us all of a sudden.
Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. It's a repeat on Jimmy Fallon, but Miley Cyrus is on there. Let's see here. Anybody else good on? Nope.
Nope. Nobody.
Hey, that Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is going to be on Jimmy Kimmel tonight. And so is Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross.
He's the roast comedian. He's
yes.
The roast master, Jeff Ross.
Like, why do I know that name?
On regular TV, got Raid the Cage. That's on CBS. Master Chef and Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service. That's both on Fox. Sullivan's Crossing will be on the CW. Children Ruin Everything. That's on the CW. That's the summer season premiere. Sometimes they do ruin everything.
Sometimes they do.
And sometimes they're the best things ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with both of those.
The AFI Lifetime Achievement Award, a tribute to Francis Ford Coppola, is on TNT tonight.
That might be good.
Yeah, it would be good. On stream, We Are Liars, season 1 on Amazon. On Netflix, season 2 of America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders.
Yep.
God bless them. Somebody Feed Phil, that's on Netflix, season 8 of that. Also on Netflix, Yolanth. That's the season 1 on there. And on Apple TV, a series premiere called The Buccaneers.
Is that about the football team?
I hope it's not. I hope it's about like pirates and stuff.
The Buccaneers. Swashbucklers, is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah. Streaming now represents more TV viewing than broadcast and cable combined, according to the latest data from Nielsen. 44.8% of viewing during May happened on streaming services. Broadcast and cable accounted for 44.2%.
That's why we're on it now, streaming and cable.
Sheila, who knew we were trendy?
I figured it out. I thought we were trendy. We try to be trendy.
How exciting is that?
I've been excited about it.
I'm going to start telling people Hub Plus is a TV station now that I know that stat.
I've been saying that.
It's a TV station.
I mean, because that's how I wrap my mind around it.
Yeah.
It's video.
Well, I've been calling it a video product, but it's a TV station.
It's TV.
The Netflix show Reacher had a VIP guest on set Monday. Joe Biden. He and his wife Jill were there. They just happened to be having breakfast at a Philadelphia restaurant when the show was filming there.
Huh. So, was he in the episode or just around the area?
No, he was just there. He was just happened to be in the restaurant where they were filming something.
Of all the places you show
I don't know if he made it on the show or not, but how do you not incorporate that somehow?
Oh, you would.
I mean, listen, I don't care how you feel.
Right. I mean,
how you politically
it's
lean.
your former president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, hey, we're filming you. And then, zoop.
'Cause I'm not going to lie. If I walked in down to the Waffle House
and you see a former president, no matter Republican or Democrat, it is the former president of the United States. You might want a picture made with him.
I'd pull my phone out for sure.
Yes.
And be all like, looky there. There's Joe Biden.
And it's like, no matter how you feel, it's like, I'll get a picture first, then I'll post something negative or positive later.
Got my picture made with Joe Biden, worst president ever.
But look, I did see him.
Glenn Powell has signed on to star in a an untitled firefighter movie directed by Ron Howard. It's going to be from MGM Amazon Studios. Ron Howard, remember he did Backdraft back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really like him as a producer and director.
And then a whole movie about firemen, Sheila.
I know. I thank him for that.
Tom, is it Rice? R-H-Y-S, Rees? Harry's of, he's going to star in a DC studio horror flick called Clayface.
Oh.
The title character is a Batman villain known for his ability to shapeshift.
Oh, my. Careful how you say it.
Yeah. Roy Wood Jr., who spent 8 years as a correspondent for The Daily Show, is set to host Going, Gone, the magic of the home run on Roku.
Oh, that sounds good.
The series will air in July around Major League Baseball's All-Star Game and will revisit some of the most memorable home runs in history.
It is kind of amazing. Well, I mean, and then you stop and think, it's really just watching a ball fly.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
It's like, oh, how did he hit it that far?
Yeah.
And then they all messed it up, thinking corking bats and steroids and all that stuff. And I'm like, why'd y'all have to mess it up?
The steroid generation was a great generation of baseball.
I mean, it was great to watch.
It was fun. Mattel is teaming up with OpenAI to develop AI-powered products and experiences based on Mattel brands like Barbie and Hot Wheels. I didn't need AI to help me play.
We didn't when we were growing up.
I had RI, real intelligence.
Yes.
And
Nobody had to teach me how to play with Barbies.
I sure wouldn't want my Hot Wheels talking back to me or doing things I didn't want
You
them
would
to
have been
do.
a different child had
Because-
your Hot Wheels talk back.
I'm pretty sure they'd be against some of the stunts I had them doing. You know, all the way downstairs on a track, putting multiple tracks together to see how far I can make them jump.
And if Barbie talked back to me, she'd be going, I didn't want to wear this color today. I
Right.
wanted to wear something else. And why are you brushing my hair too hard?
What if Barbie turned out to be a?
Mm-hmm. I bet she had opinions,
Oh, I'd.
but I liked her quiet. I'm just like you, man. I love my wife, but I like her quiet.
Barbie's hot, but man, when she learned to talk.
Should have never let her talk.
I like my Barbie quiet. Amen. I mean, really.
I mean, whoa.
Conor McGregor's days in the ring might be over, but he's not done punching people out. The former MMA star was caught on video clocking a fellow club goer twice, knocking him to the floor.
Whoa.
The incident happened in the wee hours of Tuesday morning in a nightclub in the party capital of Ibiza, Spain. Ibiza.
Sounds like
Ibiza
somebody may have
partying.
been drinking.
Ibiza drinking.
Oh, that was pretty good.
You can see the two talking for a few seconds before Conor McGregor just starts swinging. His first punch doesn't connect, but the second one does.
Ooh.
And knocked him to the ground. Crazy enough, security threw the other guy out and let Conor McGregor stay.
Wow. So were the others causing the problems?
Well, no, but if you're going to have to pick somebody to be in your club, if you didn't know what had happened, you pick the celebrity or the unnamed other guy.
Don't mess with the celebrities. They're here for a reason.
I mean, if you don't know.
Yeah, like, I'll give it to the celeb.
Tyler Perry, it seems like if you're in Hollywood, this is your fate. Tyler Perry is being sued for sexual assault. An actor named Derek Dixon says Tyler Perry touched him inappropriately, sent him numerous suggestive texts, and even once grabbed him by the throat.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
I'll give Tyler the benefit of a doubt.
Well, now, was it Tyler Perry that did that, or was it Medina?
Yeah.
Because Medina, that's different.
Medea.
Whatever.
Funky Cold Medina is what you're thinking of. Medea.
Yeah. Funky Cold Medina.
We
is
just went
Medea.
totally somewhere else on
It
it.
is Medea. Right.
Tyler Perry, he's done some really good stuff.
Yeah.
It's like all the celebrities you think are good, something always comes out bad. And okay, it's just one person. When it's just one person, I can go, maybe benefit of a doubt. Then if he's got several against him,
that's going to happen.
oh,
I mean,
that people will lie about you too.
it's
I don't know if it's a lie or not.
It's like
I'm
when
just saying.
it's like when you're playing basketball and you hadn't hit a shot in a while, and you finally do, and you took the top off.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all your shots start falling.
Yeah.
That's kind of what when we get accused once,
Then
everybody.
everybody comes out.
Yeah, that's the way it seems to work anyway.
Oh, my
Because you got one person, if it's true, one person with the courage to do it, because that does take a lot of
Right.
courage
It does.
to come out
yeah.
and do that. But then once they see somebody else with that courage, then they start coming out.
Well, that's true. Nobody wants to be the first one to come out and say anything.
Right.
Is there anybody decent in Hollywood?
Yeah, I think Keanu Reeves is.
But he's not in Hollywood. He
Yeah.
just goes to Hollywood to make a movie and
I
then
also
goes
think
back.
Adam Sandler is. Yeah,
He's made me cry before with his songs about his buddy, Chris Farley.
Hadn't heard nothing bad about Adam Sandler at all, not one little bit. Kelsey Grammer, son, buddy.
What's he done now?
Uh,
Oh, Kelsey, he's so talented.
he's reportedly expecting another child.
Kelsey Grammer.
He's 70.
Well,
He's 70.
he's getting busy with it, obviously.
I mean, maybe if you're 70 and you're Kelsey Grammer and you can afford someone to be there all night with your child so you don't have to get up. But I couldn't imagine being I couldn't imagine.
You know he ain't gonna be taking care of that baby. Getting up, changing diapers.
Let's see here. According to the Daily Mail, his wife Kate Walsh is pregnant with their 4th child. It's his 8th overall.
He's married to Kate Walsh now.
Yeah, Kayte. Isn't that Kate Walsh? He's got kids that
Katie
that range from 8 to 41.
Oh my gosh!
Now he's going to have a kid that's 0 to 42.
He's like,
what in the world, Kelsey Grammer?
She's giving birth to his grandchild.
I couldn't
well, the
imagine,
age it would be.
Couldn't imagine it. I mean, I get tired when just the grandkids come visit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful. I mean, you get so it's not awful that they come to visit. I don't mean that.
I get what you're saying, but
the
it's awful
exhaustion
how
level.
it wrecks your body because
Yes.
you're trying to keep up with their energy.
It's
and play
crazy.
with them, and then you're like, oh, I'm sore all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like someone has beat me up the next day. I couldn't
That
imagine.
young energy's hard to keep up
It
with.
is. Coming up, we've got the Real Good. That's on the way here in just a little bit, so stick around for that. Also, round 3 of Ask Sheila. Sheila's gotten 5 right so far this week, so doing really great. We'll get to that. Stick around with us here on Good Morning Cookeville. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Off and on scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely once again today. A few storms could be strong with gusty winds and torrential downpours. Highs will top out in the mid-80s. Thunderstorms will continue to be possible this evening and into the overnight hours with lows falling to around 70. Thursday is shaping up to be our last day of scattered storms, at least for a little while. Highs to be around 80. Friday begins a dry and sunny spell that will carry us through the weekend. Highs will climb into the upper 80s. True summertime heat will settle in for Saturday and Sunday with highs climbing into the lower 90s for most areas. Locations along the plateau will be in the upper 80s. Be sure following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
It's 107.7 Grace FM.
And Hub Plus on your Roku app.
And it's Red, White, and Boom on the 4th of July. And we're excited to again be the official radio partner of Red, White, and Boom, the largest event in the region and still on the largest radio stations in the region.
Did you know this is the 11th annual Red, White, and Boom? Not to mention, it's the second biggest 4th of July fireworks show in the state of Tennessee. This will be at the original Putnam County Fairgrounds on Jefferson Avenue. And this will be the biggest Red, White, and Boom ever.
Plus live music with Slippery When Wet, America's best Bon Jovi tribute band. Plus food trucks, a vendor market, the U.S. military, and family-friendly events going on as we count down to the fireworks on America's birthday.
And you can hear this year's fireworks soundtrack exclusively on your hometown favorites. 94.7, The Country Giant, and 98.5, KISS FM. And you can watch all the action on Hub Plus on your Roku app.
And don't forget, as always, it's coming up Friday, July 4th.
And we want you and your family there.
It's right here with Better Cookeville, Cookeville Communications, and 107.7 Grace FM, and on Hub Plus on your Roku app.
Happy 4th of July!
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila, and we're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:49 now.
We've got our good Army and Marine veteran, Corey Watson. He's already here. ready to go. He's going to be in after 7 to talk about Cross the Divide and some things he's doing for veterans. Also, Rachel Wingo and Chad McDonald from Cookeville Performing Arts Center. We're going to talk to them about some upcoming shows and what's going on. And
Well, that's great.
how, excuse me, Chad was the cultural arts superintendent. And now Rachel has moved on in his place, and then we'll find out, what he's doing now.
What he's
'cause
doing,
got
what she's
another-
doing, and what they're doing, and what
There's a lot
CPAC's
going on.
doing.
It's
Oh
they're
my
hard-
gosh.
They're like go-getters and hard to keep up with.
Boy. Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it The Real Good. Back in 2009, the community of Kerala, India, was devastated when 15 school kids and their teacher drowned in a boating accident. The tragedy took furniture shop owner Saji. It shook Saji to his core and inspired him to do something to help his neighbors avoid another tragedy in the future. So Saji started teaching people to swim for free. The offer he made to anyone willing to show up at the river was simple. You only need 16 days to learn how to remove your fear of water. He began small, teaching his own kids to swim, then their friends, and then a few kids from around the neighborhood. They all learned to float, paddle, and stay calm in the river's current. Those lessons grew and grew, and his swimming club now has over 10,000 graduates.
Oh,
from
wow.
kids to grandparents and even people with disabilities. The effort continues as Saji makes himself available week after week. He says all kinds of people come together, young and old, men and women from diverse professions, backgrounds, and belief systems. We don't see any of those differences. No one is looked down or looked up. There's only teaching. So that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Maybe he could teach us to swim, Sheila.
16 days. I love being on the water, being on boats and even by the water. It's soothing, but then it's like when I'm trying to swim, if that water gets around my throat,
Yeah.
it freaks me out a little bit.
You don't like it?
I don't like that part.
I don't mind that part. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at holding my breath or something.
I sink every time.
I'm a sinker too.
What is it with we got dense bones?
Yeah, well, there he is, and we talked to the ladies at the YMCA about it. The one who does the swimming lessons.
Yeah.
She said, absolutely, they're sinkers and floaters, and we're sinkers.
But I thought it was in my mind.
I did too. But now we have scientific evidence to
Now
back
we
it
got
up.
proof. It's not just in our mind. Our bodies are dense.
Yeah. Azale Solis, a junior at Carson High School in Nevada, she recently got a surprise of a lifetime when she was handed the keys to a 2004 Infiniti FX35 donated by a local businessman named Ted, who started a charity that works toward improving the lives of Native Americans. Alaise, who juggles school, and she works at Taco Bell, and dreams of becoming a therapist or social worker, was overwhelmed with gratitude. This is a lot more than just getting a car, she said. It's a blessing, and I'm beyond grateful. The donation came together thanks to a conversation between Ted and Carson High's vice principal, who both wanted to support a hardworking student. Alaise is part of the school's Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps and has always been focused on helping others, and now the community stepped up to give her a boost as she takes the next step in her life. Ted said, just being there is so important, so we're just letting her know that we're all there for her to help her, which is probably the most important thing when you don't have that.
Nice.
How cool is
Love
Ted? Ted Rupert is that guy's name.
Ted, you're a good buddy.
To the furniture store owner Saji in India, and to Alaise and Ted in Carson, Nevada, y'all are real good. All right, Sheila, are you ready
I'm ready.
for round 3 of Ask Sheila?
5 right this week.
Doing
Can I
pretty.
continue the streak?
You're doing really good.
It's Wednesday, right?
Let's see here. This looks like it's about married couples, Sheila.
Oh.
Married couples.
Well, I am a married one.
So this should be easy for you.
34 years.
All right, Sheila, question number 1.
Okay.
Round 3 of Ask Sheila. 1 in 10 married couples won't do this even once this year. Wow, that's pretty sad.
Any hints on this?
It's not what you're thinking.
I wasn't thinking anything. I was blank.
You were thinking about sexy time? Because that's
They
not
won't
it.
even do it at all?
That's not it.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's something that you would say.
I'm sorry.
No, that's not it.
Oh, no. Please tell me it's not the other.
What's the other?
On the reverse side, it would be, I love you.
I love you is the correct answer.
We say it every day.
1 in 10 married couples won't do this even once this year. Doesn't that blow you away?
I love you?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that's sad to me.
I don't even hang up the phone with Donna without saying it.
Me either. And like whoever leaves the house first, every morning we say I love you.
Yeah.
Every morning.
That's crazy. That was a crazy stat for me.
Are we rare?
No, we're in the majority.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just sad to think of.
9 out of 10 married couples say I love you.
Okay.
1 out of 10 don't.
The others are getting divorced.
Right, yeah. All right, next question here. Am I giving you that one?
Well,
yes.
You didn't tell me what it
That's
was.
true. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I got that one.
You are more likely to experience this if you're married than if you're single. What is
Headache.
it? No, but it is an ailment.
I was just kidding about that. It's an ailment?
Yeah.
A heart attack?
No, not a heart attack.
An ailment. Say the question again.
You're more likely to experience this if you're married than if you're single. It's an ailment.
I thought headache, heart attack. I don't know.
Heartburn.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
Heartburn.
got that
But I thought headache was a good answer, though.
Well, and I didn't mean that mean. Not that mine gives me a headache all the
That's
time.
what it sounds like. Poor Tim.
I probably give him more of a headache.
I would say that's probably true.
Oh.
All right, Sheila, this here is question number 3. It's your last question for the day.
All right, Ryan. Seacrest.
We gave you I love you. Heartburn.
You didn't give it to me because I said I'm sorry, and you said it's not that one. Then I said I hope it's not the other direction. I mean, it's not like you gave it to me.
Okay. So now we're on to question number 3.
All
Sheila.
right, I'm ready.
Experts say the secret to a happy relationship is to do this at least 6 times a week.
Kiss.
10 to 12 would be even better.
Kisses?
No, not kisses. That have anything to do with physical contact.
Okay, so it's not kisses and then sex.
No.
I just want to say the word. What's the ratio?
Experts say the secret to a happy relationship is to do this at least 6 times a week, but 10 to 12 would be even better.
Have pertinent conversations.
No, but it would be part of it. You are saying something.
I'm just going to throw this out here because I've always said the little things matter.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Thank you was the correct answer, Sheila.
But I do think that matters.
Yeah. So you got 2 today.
Shows appreciation.
You got 2 today.
So thank you was it.
So just say I love you and thank you. And then you should be good.
Well, I do think it helps, don't you? And mean it when you say it. Don't
Yeah.
just go, yeah, I love you. I've done that before, though. Like when he's gotten on my nerves. He goes, you know you love me. Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, you're like a cat.
I say it sweet, too, though.
You're like a cat, Sheila.
What does that mean?
Means you like try to get on your lap. You know, oh, I want to be petted. And then you try to, then we got to take you somewhere. Then we try to put you in the cage and you throw a fit.
Why are you going to put me in a cage?
That's the only way you'll ride right.
We're so bad this morning.
Up to 7 for the week, Sheila, on Ask Sheila. So you're doing
You're
great.
going to give it to me?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. All right. Great guest coming up.
Yes, Corey Watson, Marine and Army vet. And he's continuing doing things for other veterans with Cross the Divide.
And has one of the coolest beards I've ever
He
seen.
does look cool. He looks like he's in a band, doesn't he? Also, Rachel Wingo, Cultural Arts Superintendent for Cookeville Performing Arts Center, and Chad McDonald, who is, I believe, with Leisure Services now.
Yep.
We'll talk with him about everything going on in Cookeville.
All right, sounds great. It's all coming up here after 7 o'clock. Stick with us here on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
TRN News.
A federal investigation is underway in Nashville, where Mayor Freddie O'Connell is accused of obstructing immigration enforcement. 2 U.S. House committees have obtained over 100 documents, including emails linked to Executive Order 30, which requires local agencies to publicly report communications with immigration officials. At one point, that included posting the names of federal immigration officers online, a move Republicans called dangerous doxing. The mayor's office says the names were posted by mistake and later removed. And in Memphis, the NAACP is planning to sue Elon Musk's AI company xAI over air pollution at a local data center. Environmental groups say the facility has been operating gas turbines without required Clean Air Act permits. The proposed suit claims Musk's company set up a high pollution operation in a predominantly black neighborhood without following legal procedures. I'm Travis Laird.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
People all over the country join AmeriCorps Vista to build their community while they build their career.
AmeriCorps Vista provides a huge network with a lot of different opportunities, so you can find the position that works for you. It's a great opportunity to meet friends. It's a great opportunity to learn job skills.
AmeriCorps Vista members address poverty through economic development, education, youth mentorship, and more.
What motivated me to join AmeriCorps Vista was really just being able to give back to the community which I represent.
We can all kind of work together, work to our strengths, and create this network.
That allows me to be giving back to the community. We are allowing our next generation to be sustained.
Learn how you can build your community and your career at AmeriCorps.gov/Vista. That's AmeriCorps.gov/Vista.
In Nashville, a judge will decide if Shaquille Taylor is competent to stand trial for the shooting death of Belmont student Julian Ludwig. Prosecutors say Taylor fired into a park where Ludwig was jogging, then hid the gun. They argue he has the cognitive awareness to understand his actions, pointing to past attempts to evade police. Defense experts disagree, claiming he can't follow court proceedings or participate in his defense. The judge's ruling is still pending. In Sweetwater, 17-year-old is facing murder charges after a man was found badly injured outside his home on Fortner's Chapel Road. 41-year-old Stephen Reed died a day later at the University of Tennessee Medical Center. Investigators have also charged the teen with abuse of a vulnerable adult. And in Memphis, Elon Musk's AI company xAI is facing a potential lawsuit over air pollution. The NAACP and an environmental group claim xAI operated gas turbines without the required permits, violating the Clean Air Act. They say the pollution disproportionately affects black communities. I'm Travis Laird, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The DeKalb County Jail Committee has voted to recommend building any future jail complex on a site other than the current location in the downtown area. WJLE Smithville reports that some committee members based their decision this week on cost estimates recently provided by architects. Those estimates showed an $8 to $9 million price increase for constructing a new jail downtown versus one at a new site. The full county commission may take up the recommendation when they meet next week. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office has arrested a Nashville man listed on the sex offender registry. Deputies allege 36-year-old Marcus Allen Boyd Hansen violated his supervised release by spending several nights in Monterey. Officials said Hansen has had multiple child sex offenses and that he stayed in a home in Monterey where children were present. Tennessee has joined a number of states and U.S. territories in signing on to a $7.4 billion settlement with Purdue Pharma. The volunteer state expected to receive more than $90 million from the settlement over the next 15 years. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Off and on scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely once again today. A few storms could be strong with gusty winds and torrential downpours. Highs will top out in the mid-80s. Thunderstorms will continue to be possible this evening and into the overnight hours, with lows falling to around 70. Thursday is shaping up to be our last day of scattered storms, at least for a little while. Highs to be around 80. Friday begins a dry and sunny spell that will carry us through the weekend. Highs will climb into the upper 80s. True summertime heat will settle in for Saturday and Sunday, with highs climbing into the lower 90s for most areas. Locations along the plateau be in the upper 80s. Be sure following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune and dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright, with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville. It's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 707.
Well, Corey Watson, he is a Marine vet and also an Army vet, and he's talking about something today called Cross the Divide. We'll find out more about that. But first, I want to talk about, you're serving two different branches. You served in the military with Army and the Marine Corps. You must come from a really patriotic family.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, my dad was Air Force. My grandpa was Army. My other grandpa was Navy. Very, very rich history in military service. And then my two older brothers were both Marine Corps and Army as well.
So you thought, I can't let them just do that. I need to do it too, then, since they were older brothers?
Yeah, they were my two older brothers, yes.
Yeah.
That's not as odd anymore. It seemed like, back in the day, maybe that would have been a thing where, if you're a Marine, boom, you're a Marine until you're not, then you're not anything else. But there's a lot of that happening now. There's a lot of Marines that when they get done with the Marines, they go to the Army, and Army, when they get done, they go, maybe some other service as well. So I mean, is that a relatively new thing that's happening or not, or am I just paying attention to it more now?
I think it's probably more common now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems like it's typically Marine Corps first and then Army or another branch after that.
Yeah. So are you saying that it's hard to go from another branch to the Marines?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in other branches, if you go like I was in Marine Corps, went to the Army. I
Yeah.
didn't have to go to basic training again. I didn't
Uh-huh.
have to go to any schooling.
Right.
But
I
if
was
you're
wondering
Army,
that. So yeah, like he's trained good. He's a Marine.
yeah, but if you go from like Army into the Marine Corps, you have to do everything all over again.
Really? Oh, that's why no one does that then.
Marines do it differently,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
Yeah. So we found out that you're not originally from here. You're from Washington State. So welcome to the land of the free.
Thank you. We love it.
Yeah. Well, what was it about this area, Cookeville? Did you just throw something at a map and say, "Honey, let's move there," or what kind of research did you do to end up here?
Well, all the research we did didn't lead us to here,
Mm-hmm.
but I think God led us here.
Oh, okay.
So we came out here, and we're looking for homes. And I had never been to Tennessee before we came here to look for homes,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife had, and so we came here looking for homes. My wife found a couple homes that she liked here in Cookeville, and we were at the time staying, I believe it was in Sweetwater,
Mm-hmm.
and called a church here in town and said, "Hey, do you got a realtor?"
Yeah.
And they gave us Ryan Richard.
Yeah.
And we hooked up with him.
and
And
then-
second house we looked at,
Wham, bam, you had a
Yeah.
house. All right.
So, I mean, because she had been to Tennessee, she had liked it, and that's why y'all was like, well, we'll just start in Tennessee and see if we like it, kind of thing, or?
She has been wanting to live here since, well, her brother was a preacher in Hermitage.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
so she would come out and visit him and love Tennessee. And then the whole time, and I was always, working at home, and she would come home and say, "One day we're going to live in Tennessee." And so
That was her dream.
Yep.
You're
it
like,
was.
"Okay, honey."
Yep.
Yeah.
And then once the
Did you think, well, she's crazy. I don't even know Tennessee.
no, I trusted her.
Yeah.
So we, as soon as our kids and grandkids were starting to scatter,
Yeah.
our oldest daughter and husband and 2 grandsons moved to Alaska,
Oh my.
which is where I grew up, actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, they moved about 10 miles from where I grew up.
That's so cool.
That's why he's good and in the military, because they live on the land in Alaska.
And that's and now we know why that beard's on point. That's
Yeah.
an Alaska beard right
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah.
Keep your face warm.
Yeah.
So then, and then our youngest daughter and husband and grandson, he's in our son-in-law's in the Army,
Mhm.
and he got stationed down in Killeen, Texas,
Oh, okay.
at Fort Hood. And so they moved to Texas, and so we sold our house, and
And off you went.
off we went.
Well, cool story. We're glad that you're here, and really cool thing that you're putting on. It's Cross the Divide.
Yes, sir.
So, what is Cross the Divide?
We're a nonprofit organization, 501c3, and what we do is we take disabled veterans out on just outdoor adventures. Either
cool.
hunting, fishing. That's a lot of what we do, but we do other things. In other states, we have llama pack trips up in the mountains, all kinds of crazy stuff.
That's cool
Really?
stuff.
Yeah, we got.
So, is this something that you created, or is this something that was happening and you just started it here?
It started back in 2012.
Okay.
Under a different name. But then back in 2022, the lady that had started it wanted to retire fully and pass it over to another gentleman, and he expanded it quite a bit. And when I was moving out here, he asked if I wanted to start a chapter out here.
Yeah.
So I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
And how I got started with them was back in 2009, I believe it was. I had just gotten back from Iraq and had some issues
Sure.
with PTSD coming back from there.
Right.
And so I was on the verge of, losing a lot of things in my life,
Mhm.
family, my faith, struggling horribly. And I got the call and to say, hey, you want to come up and just spend a long weekend up here.
Mhm.
And it was really out in the middle of nowhere, out in the woods, up in the Wallowa Mountains in northeastern Oregon is where it
Mhm.
started. And
Sounds like it changed your life.
it did. It was a pretty dramatic change.
Mhm.
And back then so I was on the board with them for many years, and helping them schedule hunts and I was bringing veterans in from all across the country, flying them in to do different trips. And
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was eventually, I was medically retired from the military, and I was able to early retire from my job that I had. So I'm like, I got time on my hands. I'm still able.
Right.
And so
and this is a great way for you to give back to something that gave so much to you.
Correct. And it still helps me out.
Yeah.
I mean, just being out in nature, doing, whatever you're doing out in nature.
And that brother and sisterhood, nobody else knows except those that have been in the military, kind of what you go through. So there's a bond there. Even before you even really meet somebody, you feel like a bond is there.
Yeah. And usually before I bring someone out on a trip or, doing whatever, I'll have phone conversations, whatever. And it's pretty amazing how, veterans that are struggling with things will not talk to even their spouse or, or close friends about things that they're experiencing, but they can talk to a veteran that's a stranger, and it's just a
well, I
bond.
mean, it'd be hard to talk to somebody who doesn't have that same shared experience as you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that for sure.
I've been in many, trips where we'll bring in several folks, and they'll arrive and kind of keep to themselves, and then that first night you'll have a campfire, and they'll all sit around the fire, and pretty soon the tears are going, stories are flying, and it's a good deal.
It's a good way to open up for men and women who probably don't like to open up. My guess. We'll talk.
I'm sure it's hard to open up.
We'll talk more about this and how, if you're watching, how you can get involved and some other things that are coming up. It's here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 7:18.
And if you're just joining us, we're talking to Corey Watson, a veterans organization that was started called Cross the Divide. You've been doing that here. Is it about 3 years now?
Yes.
So you might be just learning about Cross the Divide. Go over again exactly what Cross the Divide is.
Yeah, we're a veteran nonprofit organization, and we take disabled veterans out in nature for whatever, either hunting, fishing, backpacking, just whatever it is.
And when you say disabled, that could be anything from
PTSD to physically.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily.
I didn't mean to answer for you, but I was thinking that does include all of that, correct?
Correct. Yeah, and I would say actually probably at least half of the people I take out, or if not more, just it's PTSD,
Mhm.
which is
It is hard to, I think, I don't know, I'm not a veteran, but to be in the military and then come back to be a normal civilian, and it's just kind of overwhelming, isn't it?
it very well can be, yeah.
Yeah.
So you usually have either a lot of doctor's appointments or you got therapy appointments or whatever it may be, and just to get out and just disconnect from
And not have to
all
think
of it.
about all that serious stuff.
Right.
Just be one with nature.
Well, I mean, I think just, us normal people can
Yeah.
benefit from that
Of
as well.
course,
Just getting out in
yeah.
nature, being quiet, being with yourself, or, praying, meditate, whatever you do. That's good for any of us who've just lived a normal life. But I couldn't imagine coming back from
Iraq
or
yeah.
someplace where there was, a war going on. And
Then all of a sudden come back and just have to be
right.
your regular self.
That is, I mean, that can't be an easy transition.
It's not. To come back, usually in the military life, it's a fast-paced life, and you do and see things that
you should never see.
You should never see
Yeah.
or have to do.
Yeah.
And it's just good to try to replace bad memories with good ones.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Yeah.
A lot of what I try to do.
You are making good memories with them.
Absolutely.
And good brother and sisterhood, because I say the sisters too. You have women in the military too that y'all bonded with and that work hard as well. So I know you said you came from Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a difference in people being receptive more in Tennessee than in Washington State? Because I don't have that to compare it to. I've never been there. Because I feel like we support and appreciate our veterans a lot in this state.
Yeah, I would say, definitely the patriotism here in Tennessee is greater for sure. I know back in Washington and in the other states that we're in, there's a lot of great supporters. But I think this state and county and surrounding counties right around here in Putnam County has been very receptive and just fantastic to work in.
It's been interesting to see how many veterans, a lot of this area, as I'm sure you've been here 3 years now. So even with 3 years, you can see how the growth has happened. But for some of us who have been around since, a long time ago, it's ridiculous. But so many, I told you my wife was a real estate agent. So how many veterans from other states have moved here? Just veterans. And
not just to Tennessee, they love this upper Cumberland
they love this area. I don't know how many from different states have been, and it's been great. They've been retired because God bless the military. They do have a great retirement if you stay in it as long as you're supposed to. So a lot of them are moving here from other states, and all of them have said exactly what you said. Is like there's this area loves
something special about it.
Well, it's beautiful, and people love vets, and they've said that. So while they'll wear a hat or something that's got
Their branch of the military on it.
And then they'll, and everybody, one veteran, I went with Donna when she was talking to one veteran said, I can't believe how many people thank me for my service here. And, anymore, it's kind of like, are you even supposed to say that anymore? Thank you for your service. Does that get old to veterans hearing that? So it was just really neat to hear.
I feel it when I say it, though.
Yeah.
I mean it.
It was neat to hear from another perspective, though, about how it is here, though. It was really cool to hear. And it's neat hearing it from you, too, is what I'm trying to get at. But using way too many words to say it.
Yeah. No, it never gets, it's always nice to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of, being a veteran, we signed up to, serve our country and, we necessarily didn't do it for recognition or praise or whatever, but that's It's just the way it works out.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
fun.
that's why, because you didn't have to do it and you did it. That's more than I've done. So I feel like I am so grateful. I'm grateful for the things that we have here, and I'm grateful for you guys and ladies going and really taking up for our country.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine it.
I mean,
Just to be honest with you.
It's a different type of person that does that. and
I'm way too big of a weenie to have done anything
That's what I'm
like
thinking
that.
about me too.
Way
yeah.
too big a weenie. So how does if you're a veteran and you want to get involved with this, or maybe you're a veteran and you want to be maybe not part of the I need to go on this trip, but I'd like to help with these trips. So, how do we get in touch? What's the way to go about all that?
They can just get a hold of me, or we have our website is crossthedivide.us,
Mm-hmm.
and you can. I know the veteran application to participate is under the events tab.
Okay.
You just scroll down to the bottom of the events tab, and it has the veteran application there. Just fill it out, and it'll get processed and sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I usually, once I get those, I'll just make contact and see what kind of activity the veteran wants to get out and do.
So do you group, like, if several veterans, they reach out and they want to go fishing, so you put all those people together, or is it on an individual basis?
Right now, since I've been here, it's been more of on an individual basis,
Mhm.
but I do have some plans for this fall.
Okay.
To do some group events.
All right. Like what when you say group events,
Like it'll be I'll be doing actually during the summer I'll be doing some fishing trips,
Mhm.
where I'll have some lodging for a night or two, and a private lake that we can go fish at, and this fall I'll do probably like an opening weekend, do a group hunt. And
that'd
like
be
an
fun.
Airbnb for the night or two, and but yeah, it'll be bigger this year for sure.
Now, do you take donations for any of this? It's obviously
Yes.
a nonprofit.
Correct.
So so how do you raise money?
I go out and just I've been hitting the town, just
Yeah.
going to businesses for one. I've been filling out, also doing grants. A
Mhm.
lot of the local electric companies have the roundup.
Yeah, that's right.
On the bill, and I've gotten some grants from I know Middle Tennessee Electric,
Mhm.
Upper Cumberland Electric,
Yeah.
Middle Tennessee Gas.
Great.
Had some good support through them.
Mhm.
And I know Skinner Newton Realty
Yeah.
has their CARES program.
That's right.
And I was a recipient last year.
That's
from
awesome.
that.
Oh, great.
So I also get some money from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.
Okay.
Which is the Tennessee chapter.
Right.
Which is fantastic. And,
I didn't even know we had a Tennessee chapter.
Girl,
of
we
that.
got a chapter for everything.
We do, don't we? Yeah.
Yep.
We're
So, yeah, and then just private donors will
Mhm.
get a hold of us. But there's on the website, there's also a donate tab.
Okay.
And the neat thing about that is Cross the Divide is a multi-state organization,
Mhm.
but any money that comes in from Tennessee is earmarked just for Tennessee.
Oh, really?
So it's not, it doesn't go into just a big pool.
Great idea.
And everyone gets a piece of it.
Mhm.
So anything that comes in from Tennessee stays here and gets used for Tennessee. And
Are there other chapters in Tennessee you're the only one so
I'm the
far?
only one.
Wow. So is that something too that you're looking at, trying to recruit some other people from other parts of the state to take this on, like in West Tennessee and East Tennessee? Because
haven't got there yet.
Uh-huh.
I know of all of Tennessee. I can bring people in. And,
Sure. Yeah.
And what we do is we cover all the expenses. We'll cover the fuel, the food, the lodging.
Really? That's fantastic.
What we want to try to do is remove any barrier that would keep
a
veteran from participating.
That's awesome.
So, and along that line, we also I have a here in Cookeville, I have an action track chair, which is basically a tank, a wheelchair. It's got.
I've seen that on the Tunnel to Towers commercial. There's a
Yeah.
guy with one of those.
I have one of those. It's got treads on it.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. So I have one of those here.
Looks like a tank, but a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have that here, and I've used it every year I've been here to get people that, veterans that cannot walk safely out to the hunting grounds or wherever it may be.
Those things are really amazing because
They are.
It can go out in nature
Yeah.
where they wouldn't normally be able to get a wheelchair. So that's fantastic.
It's Cross the Divide. Crossthedivide.us is where you can go and get more information if you're a veteran and would like to be a part of this, or you're just a normal person and want to give some money, then you can do it there.
You saying Corey ain't
Also-
normal?
Oh no, I'm just saying, there's
we think of you as one of our heroes.
there's
So-
heroes and then
Yeah.
there's normal people
Yeah,
is what I'm
yeah.
trying to say. Is,
I knew. I was just.
But no, I'm certainly not normal, but I'm also.
But we're not Corey.
We're not right. Yeah. Corey, man, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. And
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for your service, and thanks for your service that you're doing now. I think
Continued
I
service.
think that's
yeah.
just as important as what you were doing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So no, I enjoy doing it. Makes me feel good, and also it helps me as well.
There's a
Right.
healing
It
on
keeps-
both ends, you know.
Yeah.
It keeps me steady. So
I can see that.
great.
That's great. Well, man, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
thanks for having me.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Sheila, who's next? I already forgot.
Rachel Wingo, the Cultural
right.
Arts Superintendent for Cookeville Performing Arts Center, along with Leisure Services, Chad McDonald.
All right, that's all coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Reports. The Florida Panthers repeated as Stanley Cup champions last night, beating the Edmonton Oilers in Game 6 5-1. Sam Reinhart scored 4 goals for the Panthers. Sam Bennett won playoff MVP for scoring 15 goals throughout. The Panthers have now been in 3 straight finals and won the last 2, each against the Oilers. The Men's College World Series semifinals are set as Coastal Carolina will play Louisville and Arkansas will battle LSU. LSU made their way through the winner's bracket and beat UCLA yesterday 9-5. Arkansas then beat UCLA in the elimination game 7-3. In the other elimination game, Louisville beat Oregon State 7-6. LSU and Coastal Carolina will have 2 chances to get into the championship, while Louisville and Arkansas would have to win twice to make the final. ESPN reported yesterday that Tyrese Halliburton suffered a calf strain in the Pacers' Game 5 loss to the Thunder on Monday. Halliburton will have an MRI on the injury to see the severity. Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Pacers and Thunder is tomorrow night in Indianapolis, with the Thunder leading the series 3-2. In the MLB last night, the Reds beat the Twins 6-5. Braves beat the Mets in extra innings 5-4. The Marlins beat the Phillies 8-3, and the Cardinals beat the White Sox 12-2. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville. It's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 7:34.
Chad McDonald with Leisure Services is with us, along with Rachel Wingo. She is the superintendent for CPAC, and we're happy to have them here to talk about everything Cookeville.
Everything Cookeville? Great. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Every single thing.
Now, Chad, you are coming from you were superintendent.
I was the cultural arts superintendent. That's
and
correct.
Now you're with Leisure Services.
I moved over to the administrative office. I'm the assistant director. Yeah, Rick Woods is the director.
So how has that changed for you? Are you enjoying that change? And how long? It hasn't been that long.
It's been almost a year.
Almost a year already.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying it. It's great. I've got different responsibilities, but it's still, we're still working in the leisure services field, so I love it.
Well, I think it's safe to say, and if you've lived anywhere else, Cookeville Leisure Services is head and shoulders above most. And so great job.
Well, thanks for that. We strive to make things the best we can for the citizens of Cookeville, so that's what we're about.
Absolutely. And then how is CPAC going?
Everything's going well over in cultural arts. We've got a lot of things coming up.
So wait, it's not just CPAC. It's cultural arts.
She was with Bryan Symphony Orchestra for a little bit.
Oh, okay, I got you. But part of your position is CPAC or no? Okay, okay.
So I administrate the activities at CPAC, but also the things that you see going on at the Dogwood Performance Pavilion. Also the Leisure Services School of Dance. And then I work in conjunction with our museums manager on our two museums, the Cookeville Depot Museum.
A lot.
Which all great things,
It's a hard job. That's why I gave it up.
Well, I'm sure the Leisure Services assistant director is not easy.
No. And, there's a lot going on in cultural arts, and Rachel does a great job.
Well, both of you have the jobs of really making us being a part of helping us love this area, because we love staying here and not having to go to other states and other counties to enjoy our livelihood here. So that's basically what it's about.
I'm a big believer we deserve nice things here.
I do too.
Part of the reason I enjoy working for the department.
Well, I think that's why there's so much culture here and so many arts and entertainment, because they know they have someplace to go.
Between leisure services and tech, I mean, both those together.
Tech is a big resource for this community. Absolutely.
I mean, for the culture that they bring here, whether it's through their students from other countries around the world, or it's just different programs that they put on. It's just they've done a real good job about bringing us some culture to, or you could just be like me and not have any,
I know, I've seen you at Shakespeare in the Park.
I have been there, yeah. Well, my son's cultured, and I support his culture.
He's dragging you into the there you go. Good for him.
Yeah, well, it's so funny because I'd never seen any Shakespeare before ever in my life. And then so he gets into this Shakespeare in the Park, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go see it. And I don't know, I expected there to be, microphones and stuff like that. Well, they do it just like they would have in Shakespeare's time. So I sat in the back the very first time I went. Second time I knew what I was doing, and I sat up front so I could hear them. So, but even if you don't know anything about it, if you don't know the plot, it doesn't matter, because it's still so entertaining to watch.
Something so fun about it being outside.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, that's how they did it in Shakespeare's time.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're kind of going back in time, but then enjoying nature too. So it's really good for your soul.
Beautiful segue. We have auditions for Shakespeare in the Park. This Sunday.
Yes.
The 22nd at 2:00. So if you are interested in being in Shakespeare, please come out and audition for that.
Yeah, and this is not something too that, at least from what I understand, you don't need to be some big time actor. You can just come out and have fun being in a Shakespeare. That's something you did in high school, and to still enjoy it. It's open to everybody, right? I think that's a really cool deal.
And you're auditioning for the roles, and you're getting parts, and we want to put on a high quality production. So the director is picking the best people from the auditions, obviously. That's why your son got a part.
Did you get a part already?
No, last year.
Oh,
He was like, really? Am I learning something?
I don't know if he's auditioning. Caleb, audition.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Caleb's also in the play tomorrow with Ramsey
Yes.
Productions.
Yeah.
A Night with Moliere.
Yeah, he's in that right now, so he may not. He may
Which
not get
starts
to.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It opens tomorrow evening at 7:30.
7:30. I'll be there.
Something, I know that's exciting,
Mhm.
but something else exciting, a splash pad that's coming.
Oh yes, that is
You have lots of
something we are
questions on
really
that, right?
no, we're really
All the
excited about
pictures,
that.
the recreational
looks
concepts put
fantastic.
out.
Yeah,
It looks
That's pretty
awesome.
cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those were created in conjunction with City Council. City Council wanted a big splash pad in Cane Creek Park, and they helped design the elements of this splash pad. So
Mhm.
we're excited to get that going.
It's really neat. It's got the Tennessee. It's got the tri-stars
Right,
from the Tennessee
tri-star.
flag, and
Yeah.
and really colorful. You know, it seems like a lot of the other splash pads have been like, here's a splash pad. This one's like, here's a splash pad, and it's Tennessee.
No, this is a really a neat one that's interactive, and we're all about conservation as well. This splash pad will not run 24/7.
Okay.
So if no one's there in the middle of the day, this thing shuts off.
Oh.
So when you show up, there's a button you push or some sort of interactive element that starts the splash pad, and then when people leave, it shuts off. So we're not continually running water and having it evaporate.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a great idea. That's
I'm sure
smart.
y'all did research too on that, and
Yeah, Adam at Recreational Concepts was a tremendous resource in helping us decide what to get there, and I think we've come up with a great design.
we're lucky to have them in our area
Yes,
too.
we are.
Yeah.
If you've seen any kind of playground at churches around here or that's pretty fabulous, it's Recreational Concepts.
Yeah. Tell me, there's been a lot of construction and stuff around Dogwood Park and around CPAC and things
Right.
like that. And I know a lot of people were upset about the trees.
The pine trees that we took out along Dogwood
But
Park.
those had to go because the wall's not holding up. Is that right?
There were several issues along that bank, but the main issue there was the trees were getting to end of life, those big pine trees, and we wanted to cut that bank back a little bit so that it was a more, it was a
Smoother grade.
park-like atmosphere along that edge of the park, and we're putting hundreds of plants back in when we're finished, and trees as well.
Right.
So give us a little time. The end of September, they're supposed to be finished with that project. There will be trees, shrubs, azaleas, all kinds of plant
gonna
life
look
that's going back into the park. That's right.
It's gonna look really
Well, I got to tell you, I think the outdoor bathroom things you have right now, they're super nice.
I'm glad you like them, but they're gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They left this week.
Did they
left
really?
this
Oh, because I was like, I just went to a play there, and
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Man, I was like, I'm going to the play tomorrow night at 7:30, and I'd already talked about using the fancy outdoor bathrooms.
they were very nice.
Very nice, yes.
But the contractor is going through the punch list for the bathrooms inside. So they've turned them over to us to use. So if you come, you may see some blue tape on the walls where there's some paint to be touched up or a tile that might need to be fixed. But they're 95% complete, and we're allowing people to use them
It
now.
looks beautiful out there now, all the
Well, thank
flowers
you.
and stuff like that. And I know that's something that Leisure Services does, right? Y'all come through and do the plants and the mowing and the weed. Your Leisure Services employees do that.
Well, we have a beautification segment of our maintenance, parks maintenance department. But the plants in front of CPAC were actually done by a contractor.
Oh, okay.
And
They're gorgeous. No matter
yeah,
what.
he
It's
does a
pretty
great
out
job
there.
for
Yeah.
us. And it, right there on the corner, we want to look the best
Yeah.
we can make it look.
But the whole front entrance just looks better than it's ever looked.
it looks
Well, thank you.
great.
Yeah.
Now I know Brad Sells had his artwork in front of it, and has that returned?
They have they never left. We actually just moved.
Oh,
them
it's just
both to one side of the patio.
Okay.
And he actually came out with David Fricky, and they lined them up the way that they wanted them to look.
Mhm.
So the two girls looked like they were playing airplanes right behind, one right behind the other. So, yeah, so they're still there. So.
I love it so much. I love that you have artists from here that are showcased in front of Cookeville Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, and inside in our lobby.
Yeah.
There's an artist opening. They're going to be doing a reception this week for the two artists that are currently in. So it's Lori Vaughn and Sylvia Evans that we have on display right now in the lobby.
We have so many people here that are so creative. It's
Well,
just wonderful.
I know, is part of your job, bringing plays and acts and stuff like that to CPAC as well.
So we actually usually get reached out to by a number of folks who want to use the facility and rent the facility. So Ramsey Productions, for example, is opening tonight as someone who's renting the facility to use the stage. And then there are the things that the city actually produces, and that includes our backstage series. So other things that then also use the facility, obviously the Hip Cookeville concerts, where Blair will have 2 acts in the beginning of July.
Yeah.
All of those
We
are
got Eagle Maniacs, and I forgot who the other one was. Resurrection. That's right. Yeah.
And then a free concert at Dogwood Park tomorrow night.
Yes.
7:30.
Very excited about that. That's Carrie Schneider and Ben Delacour. She's bringing an opener with her who's then going to be performing with her. Carrie Schneider is originally from Minnesota, but she's been living in the Cookeville area and mostly playing gigs in Nashville. And I said,
Really?
how come you don't come play one in your backyard? So,
Yeah.
Right.
So we're excited that she's going to be doing that with us. I encourage everybody to look up her album on Spotify and come out and check her out.
How cool is that? That's great. And
it's free, Sheila.
Free.
Everything in Dogwood Park is free.
And I mean, there's a lot of people that take advantage of that. I see so many people carrying their chairs or lawn chairs, and I love to see people utilizing what we have here.
It really is a lot of fun. And then to be out on the street there. And I tell you the best part about it, and no dig on these at all, because I know it's got to get done. But with the police moved away now, there's not as many sirens that you hear when you're at the show.
Absolutely,
that's a valid thing.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, it's
And
nice.
so I think it played out great. They got a bigger building, and
It was a win-win. I mean, the police department needed a new building, and we needed more space.
Sure.
And it worked out.
Yeah, I'm certain. I mean, they got to come out of there and they got to go to something. Obviously, you got to turn your sirens on, but
Yes.
it's hard to enjoy Shakespeare when there's a siren.
Those are those sirens happening.
The sirens are going on.
What is it, emergency?
Yeah.
What do you think you are, the police?
We'll talk more about Cookeville Leisure Services, also the cultural arts. Is that
Cultural arts superintendent.
cultural arts
We're a
superintendent?
division of leisure services.
A division
Bringing you
of
leisure
leisure.
all the way around.
All right, we're going to
Go.
talk leisure here. More of
It's
that.
one of my favorite things.
Coming up here in just a little bit here on Good Morning Cookeville. It's live in the Willow Window Studio, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back. Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville. It's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 749.
We're happy to have Chad McDonald, the Assistant Director of Leisure Services, with us, and Rachel Wingo. She is the Cultural Arts Superintendent for, I guess, for Cookeville, not just for CPAC, Cookeville Performing Arts Center.
I know. I keep trying to put you in the CPAC box only. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. It's where my office is. It works best for me.
We were talking about just parks in general, and I know Dogwood Park, Cane Creek Park, they get a lot of the love, but there's so many smaller parks. Like I remember growing up, my best friend lived over by Cinderella Park.
Yes.
And I probably haven't been there since I was in 7th or 8th grade.
It's a lot of use.
Yeah.
There's a basketball court there that gets a lot of use, playground. Yep. The rail trail goes right beside there as well.
I noticed it gets a lot of use too, especially spring and summer, and then early fall too. But a lot of people use that and enjoy that rail trail.
Yes. And that's a good place to stop at Cinderella Park because there's a bathroom there as well. So people stop there quite a bit.
I remember going there and just having a blast. And then a park that I didn't even really knew existed till probably 10 years ago was Inzer Park.
Oh, yeah. There's a great trail there.
What a great little area just to like chill out at. It's shady. It's nice.
And when you're on that trail and back in the woods, down near the sinkhole, and you think you're out in the wilderness and you've got Cookeville all around you.
By Jackson, the whole
you hear
time.
sirens sometimes, I'm sure.
Sometimes. But I mean, it does feel like when you stop there at Inzer Park, and if you got your hot spot, you can sit there and do work.
Absolutely.
And people leave you alone. It's an amazing little spot, and I don't think it gets enough
So
love.
now when you're missing, I know where you are.
You know where I'm at now.
He's trying to get away from
I'm in the shady spot at Inzer Park.
Halfway around the trail, there's a council ring. If you've ever walked the trail, have you ever walked? So it's a short trail, but there's a clearing with a council ring sort of gathering area back in the woods as well.
Oh,
so
really?
You might want to check that out sometime.
Nice.
I might have to take Sheila back there and do some counseling.
Okay.
I don't know where that's coming
I was going to say, we'll stay out of that one.
I mean, y'all know Sheila. It's okay.
Okay, sure.
They've known me a while.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
You're right. Right in front of her is a bad place.
He's going to take us all to the council room.
He likes because I take his ribbing so well. I was going to talk about the movies in the park too at Dogwood, and they're free. I hated that the weather had Wicked canceled because I know a lot of people were excited about that. But you're saying we could possibly see it again?
We can. We will be able to reschedule that within the calendar year. And so we'll let folks know as soon as we're able to do that. We'll do that in conjunction, obviously, with State Representative Ryan Williams, who sponsors that series. We'll make sure that we've agreed on a good date that everyone's happy with.
Y'all do a great job of getting, good first run movies. I mean,
Yes.
Wicked was just out. I know you got Paddington.
Paddington and Peru.
It's the next one coming up, right?
Yeah, it's going to be this Friday night at dusk. So.
And that was just out at the movies. And we like to call it the Sheila Scruggs story.
Seriously, because in the winter, I had a little blue coat, and then I was like, I needed a hat because it was snowing one day. And I grabbed one of my red little felt hats, and he goes, you look like Paddington today.
Yeah,
And I go, I do?
Just like old Paddington.
And I go, I look like a little bear? Paddington's cute.
He's
You
adorable.
should go, Sheila. If it's,
I love
if
Paddington
it's
Bear.
chilly, you can wear your Paddington outfit.
It won't be chilly
Yeah.
Friday.
We will certainly call you out if you're there. So
Yeah, but hey, I'll probably come because
All
I
right,
haven't
great.
seen that movie yet.
You might be able to make some money getting pictures made with kids.
I'll burn up in that big heavy coat.
Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do for the money, Sheila.
Maybe I'll just buy a Paddington teddy bear.
So Paddington, what are the? There's more too. It's not just the two.
Yes.
There's more. Do you know who those are?
There will also be the next one after Paddington. There's one more for the month of June, and that'll be The Little Mermaid, the live action version. From
Oh, really?
There's so many kids that love The Little Mermaid.
And that
What a
will
great family time.
It's going to be a wonderful time. It's
Yeah.
a great time to come out. I mean, and just keep an eye on the sky. We start at dusk.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to Ryan Williams for sponsoring
Yeah,
that.
no
He's been
kidding.
doing that for quite some time.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, and this is something too that I mean, you can bring a little picnic basket and
Absolutely.
you bring your own food. You don't have to sneak it in like the regular movies.
Right. But our concession stand is open. So you
Okay.
can actually come up and buy something. If you don't, bring in a giant picnic basket, which you please do. Bring a
Okay.
picnic basket, bring
That's
a
fine,
table.
but just
Stop and
take
get a
advantage of
pizza,
the-
bring it with you,
also-
whatever you want to do.
No, I think that's. I mean, I've been there for something else, not the Shakespeare. There was another something going on there, and I was watching people get stuff DoorDash to them.
Sure.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
I didn't even think about
I
that.
didn't either, but I thought
That's hilarious.
That's brilliant.
It is 2025.
It is
Yeah, it is
2025. You can do
2025.
that.
So go to an event at Dogwood Park, DoorDash it.
DoorDash.
I love to see all that, though. I love to people watch, too, and I love to see blankets laid down with the whole family, and then they're bringing little snacks and even their dogs, and it's just great.
Yeah.
They're well-behaved dogs on a leash.
On a leash.
That's right.
Yeah. So, as far as moving forward the rest of this year, what can we look forward to with leisure service? I know there's a lot going on with construction and things like that.
Yeah, so the projects going on in and around Dogwood Park and the Performing Arts Center are supposed to be finished at the end of September.
Mm-hmm.
So by Shakespeare in the Park, we're hoping to have the parking lot open, the entrance to Dogwood Park from Walnut.
I think that is awesome.
Well,
Great
part
idea.
of the reason that was a priority is because of all these events that go on at the pavilion. You know, the movies, Symphony in the Park, Shakespeare in the Park, community band. We have lots of people coming to the park from the West End. They like to park across the street and walk in. And there was not a nice way to get in from over there. You're walking through parking lots.
Right. And it did feel really weird walking through the police department's parking lot.
Well, felt weird for them
You
too,
felt
probably.
like you were getting in trouble.
Yeah, or that I would get in trouble.
Yes.
Because it's you.
'Cause I have a naturally guilty look.
You do. He's up to something.
Naturally guilty, and so it just made me feel weird.
But we're looking forward to that project getting done because that will be a big benefit to people coming. And of course, the projects at Cane Creek Park, they're ongoing. The splash pad you talked about before, that's an 8-month project once they start. So they'll see a lot of work. People will see a lot of work going on this summer out there, but that won't be able to be enjoyed until spring of next year.
The park is such a ginormous park, though. I mean,
it's almost 300 acres.
I really can't think of another municipality that has a 300. There's state parks. There's federal. There's all that.
Pretty lucky to
But a
have Cane
city
Creek.
park at 300 acres. That sounds like.
Well, that includes the sportsplex and the recreation center areas as well. But yeah,
I mean, still, to have a city park.
Sure.
At 300 acres.
We're lucky.
We're
That's
lucky to have
amazing.
that.
We really are.
Yeah.
Is the by the recreation center? I know their buildings. Is that the splash pad or is that something else?
So the pickleball courts are going on there, are being built there, and the splash pad and playground will be there
Now,
as
the
well.
pickleball courts, they're like dang near done, right?
Well,
You gonna make
yes.
Chad say dang near done?
Yes and no. I mean, everything is done except for the asphalt and the fencing and the lighting that goes around them, and we've just been terribly, terribly unlucky with rain.
Because I know a lot of people are doing the pickleball. It's amazing. I mean, when it first came out, we all laughed.
Yeah.
And now it's like the fastest growing sport in America.
Yeah, we're like, that's not going to catch
And
on.
who's going to play that? Everybody.
We're going to have 8 courts there that are fenced
And
and,
they'll use
lighted,
every one
and
of
they'll
them.
be covered up all the time.
Yes.
Hey, now there's even professional pickleball. Did you know that? I saw it on ESPN, the Ocho.
I'm sure Chad's aware of it.
I've seen
He
it.
keeps up. That's his job.
There are professional tennis players playing pickleball
And disc golf.
and disc golfers
now
and
I
golfers.
They
and
take it seriously.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't interfere with their disc
listen, I
golf.
saw a disc golf thing over the weekend, and I didn't. And it was for it was a tournament, and a crowd showed up, and my first thought was, people watch that.
I mean, seriously, when they do it right, it's like beautiful to watch.
And we have a great disc golf course at Cane Creek Park as well.
A wonderful one.
That's when I look like Paddington, though, is when I'm trying to play disc golf.
Oh, really? I saw a guy. It was I don't know if I guess they call it a hole in one, but he got a hole in one, and the crowd went nuts. And it was cool to see. I've never really seen. Anyway, a lot of good stuff going on here in Cookeville with cultural arts, CPAC, leisure services, all the parks around. Y'all are doing a great job. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Good morning, Cookeville. And tomorrow, who we got, Sheila?
We've got Tammy Hogan. She is the Director of Operations here at Willow Window. So we'll talk to her about her new position. You remember her from Mustard Seed. Well, now she's part of Willow Window.
Freedom Week.
Yeah, Freedom Week.
Yeah, Willow Window, big sponsor of Freedom Week here in the Upper Cumberland.
And then Homero Gonzalez. He is with Harmacy Hot Sauce. He'll be back to join us at 7:30. I'm going to tell him to bring his hottest one to make you try.
All right. I tried it last time. I tried this hottest one last time he was here.
Tried it, but I took a spoonful. He just took a little dab.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that'll be great. I'll have to.
We're trying to top each other all the
have
time.
to prepare my stomach for tomorrow then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Y'all have a good one. We'll see you here tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville on Hub Plus. Bye now.
Bye.